Hello everyone, my name is John. I'm one of the owners of Happy Gringo, and tomorrow I'm off to visit Galapagos. So I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you the paperwork that you need to take with you when you go. As you can imagine, there's a few extra papers that are now required due to the pandemic, but it's all pretty straightforward stuff. So I'm going to show you one by one everything you need the day before you go. So firstly, of course, we have our passport. Very important, obviously, because we're taking a flight. Now, if you are a resident in Ecuador, then actually you don't need your passport. What you do need is your ID card, your Cédula ID card. So that's nice and easy. Obviously, I've got my boarding pass as well. That's the easy stuff, right? That's the stuff we always travel with. What are the extra things you need to go to Galapagos right now in times of pandemic? Well, the first thing is you need a negative PCR test that was taken within the last 96 hours. So here's mine. It was taken here in Ecuador. Fortunately, a negative test. So that's great. They'll let me into Galapagos with that. Other paperwork you're going to need is what's called a salvoconducto. It's salvoconducto. It's a translates as a safe conduct pass. Basically, it's a permission where you are demonstrating to the Galapagos authorities exactly where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing in Galapagos. So, in the case that you book a tour through Happy Gringo, we handle the paperwork for you. Nothing to worry about. We will send the paperwork to you. All you've got to do is print it out and take it with you. In the case that you are booking just some hotels and just going by yourself, you haven't booked anything through a travel agency, then you are going to need basically this paper. It's the salvoconducto permission. It's 3 pages actually. Now, you can get this through the hotel you booked through. However, you need to allow at least 2 to 3 days for the hotel to get the paperwork ready for you. And if you're staying on different islands, so say for example, like I'm going tomorrow to San Cristobal, I'm going to stay there for 4 days and then I'm going to transfer across to Santa Cruz. So I have 2 different hotels. That means I need 2 different salvoconducto safe conduct permissions. One for my hotel in San Cristobal, one for my hotel in Santa Cruz. That way, the dates on my safe conduct pass cover every day that I'm going to be in Galapagos. So yeah, you need to show these things at Quito or Guayaquil Airport before you travel. There's one other document you need, which I don't have, because this is a document that you pay for and you get presented at the airport before you travel. So tomorrow at Quito Airport, when I enter the airport, the first thing I'm going to do is go to the Ingala Transit Control counter. There I'm going to get my transit control card, and it's super easy. All you got to do is present your passport. They will register you. You pay $20, which is the fee, and they will give you a card. It's basically a piece of paper. That's the last of the permissions that you need to visit Galapagos in times of the pandemic. Now, of course, that's the paperwork out the way, but there's a couple of other things you need. Now, in Ecuador and Galapagos, the use of masks is an obligation. So I have my Happy Gringo mask. Check that out. That's coming with me. It's going everywhere I go, in the airport, on the plane, and at Galapagos too. You have to, and every public place, you have to be wearing this mask. And the final thing, which is not an obligation, but I would say is highly recommended, is your alcoholic hand gel. Now this you can obviously put on whenever you want to, just to make sure you've got clean antibacterial hands. And also whenever you go to hotels, restaurants, they will have alcohol sprays, so you can clean your hands and make sure that you're staying safe from COVID or infection. So that's all. I'm all good to go. I'm looking forward to it already. And yeah, I will prepare some more blogs when I'm in Galapagos for those interested. But for now, That's everything you need to go to Galapagos.